How's it going, guys? In this video, we're going to be going over the Mega Glalie Pokéball and how to assemble it once you're done printing. So, let's get to it. Alright guys, so for this assembly, order is really important. So we're going to start by taking the top and these two white pieces here. We're going to take one of the white pieces, and the goal is to push them in these square channels here on the bottom. So make sure that you have the one that lines up with your side, and just push it in when it's in place, and push the other one in. Cool, so now these are in place for the rest of the assembly. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our center lock and make sure you orient it so the top is facing up. You know it's the top because the bottom is going to be the side that was printed on the bed. So there should be just signs of that being the printing face. So we're going to take the top side, insert that into the top here. And now this is important. You're going to take the bottom, line it up with the lock, and lock it so it's not all the way down. It's like kind of sitting on the lock. And we're going to twist to get that top half locked in. Once the top half is locked in, we're going to back the bottom half off just a little bit to take it off. So we need this top half to be locked into position, so that way we can take our center ring. Notice it says top up here. So we're going to line up the top of this with the bottom of the top here and push that into place. It has cutouts now for those little white, I guess, tusk pieces. Now with that in place, we can go ahead and take our bottom, line it up with the lock here, and twist it into position. So we now have our top, bottom, and middle fully assembled. So now what we're going to do next is we are going to take our button and button ring, and we are kind of going to just rock this on that middle piece there. So I'm putting it on at an angle, and once it's in position, I am just going to let it fall and rock itself in. I had it on the wrong side, sorry. We're just going to let it fall and rock itself in, and now we have our button installed. Once the button is in, we can then go ahead and take our blue inner mouthpiece, and we are going to now slide this under the button, and now this is in position. So if you guys want, you can use some glue on the back side of this, but when we glue the mouthpiece on, that should lock everything in position. All right, so we're going to take our glue, and we are just going to put a really thin line on the flat bottom side of these teeth. So it's really easy to overdo with glue, so make sure you just put a real little bit. And with that glue on there, you're now going to take that and line it up into position. And now this should lock in that blue mouthpiece. Just get everything nicely in place. And we now have those teeth nicely in position. All right, so the next thing you're going to do now is you're going to take these diamond pieces and insert them into their cutouts. So I already have one in. So I'm just going to take the other one, slide that into position, and lock it in. And now we have those bottom pieces in place. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to take all of the little blue pieces that go on the horns and just glue those in. So I already glued a bunch of them in. You can take the last couple pieces and glue them in yourselves. So just slide them into position with some glue. Do the same thing on the other side, just slide that into position with some glue. And once these are glued in, we're then going to go ahead and insert this into the top. All right, so now once these are glued in place, you're just going to take these horns and push them into position. So I like to take this blue piece and kind of line it up with the back of this bump out right here and just push it into place. And that's like a nice spot for it. Then we'll go ahead and do the same to the other side. Cool, now that is in place. So I have that all assembled. Next, what you're going to do is we are going to take this horn tip and pay attention. One of the sides has like a crack on it. That's part of the design. Just take that, push it into the black piece. You can probably definitely use a piece of, or rather a dot of glue here to hold that into place. Take your horn, and once glued, go ahead and push it into position. Cool. All right, so now the last thing we have to do is we have to assemble our eyes. So you're going to start by taking these black, like sickle-shaped pieces, and you're going to take the, I guess, like tip over here, and you are going to push that into the corner that it lines up with, and let that fall into place. So I'll do the same thing on the other side. let that fall into place. So that's in. Then we're going to take the blue eye pieces, push those into place. Make sure you have them on the right side. You should apply just enough pressure to hold all these pieces in. But if you want those super secure, just go ahead and use a dot of blue. And then the last piece here is you're going to take these little red eye pieces and line them up. So it takes a little bit of patience. Make sure you have them on the right side. Once they're in position, just pop them in and you will be good to go. So I'm going to do that now, and then we'll be complete. All right, guys, so with those eyes in place, you now have your fully assembled Mega Glalie Pokéball. If you guys have any questions about this, leave it in the comments below or leave a question on Patreon and I'll be sure to answer. Thanks for printing.